What's that? We're live? Cool. All right, thank you. All right, good morning, guys. Time now is coming up on 11 a.m. We're just kind of going to go over this storm system a little bit as it's starting to wrap up. We've got some of the widespread stuff moving out of the area this morning and more scattered wintry precipitation in its wake, pardon me. So thank you guys for tuning in. Thank you to those of you who have kind of sent in some pictures, videos, things of that nature. It certainly helps, especially when you're dealing with different types of precipitation and also our tricky and pesky mountains here in Southwest and Central Virginia. Want to remind you, we are live streaming simultaneously on Facebook, on our 10 News app, and on our YouTube channel. So there are plenty of ways to get this live stream. Start out with some video here out of Lexington. Kind of a smile to your day, right? The horses enjoying their hay and a little bit of light snow. Right now, I-64 is clear, but there's been some accumulation around Lexington, Clifton Forge, Covington, Callahan, right on that I-64 corridor. But again, most of the interstate appears to be clear, so that is some good news, and I'll kind of show you radar here in just a little bit. Areas like Hardy, Smith Mountain Lake, seeing a decent accumulation, and it's kind of funny because this winter has been so uneventful that even something as little as this is a talking point for a lot of us. That's why we've kind of gone with the coverage plan that we have and the updates that we have. So we appreciate you guys sticking with us through those. Another shot here from Smith Mountain Lake, thanks to Kristen, a little bit of snow there offshore a little bit. And just some light accumulations out there this morning. So that's also a good part of this. The unfortunate thing is as you go higher in elevation toward areas like Floyd, that's where you're seeing things sticking to some of the side roads. Those mountainous curvy roads are a little slick out there. Did have a report from one of our viewers in Hillsville that her car now has kind of a sheet of ice on it. In fact, the 10 News app just sent out a push alert, and that is where we are streaming. And in case Facebook or YouTube is not necessarily working out for you, we do have live stream on our app, and that should hopefully prove to be a little better for you. But a lot of those pictures sent to us through Pin It on our weather app, or WSLS.com/pins. That is PINS, like a pinpoint. So you guys can go ahead and send in your pictures, your videos of whatever you've seen today. And you might have a chance to see them on air or online. So appreciate you guys doing that. Let's go ahead and show you some live conditions from Wytheville, from Blacksburg, from Martinsville, and from Roanoke. The bulk of accumulation as far as snow is concerned is done in these areas, but you may have to watch out for a little bit of freezing drizzle at times, or maybe some sleet here and there that compacts the limited amount of snow that you've already seen. Rest of the day is going to be kind of what you see here, overcast, dreary, and cold. And the snow totals really, again, have not been impressive. They've been anywhere from about 1/4 of an inch to 3/4 of an inch in places that have seen snow. But again, in a winter like this, that's a lot because we haven't really seen anything. So Cave Spring, Rocky Mount, Meadows of Dan, about 3/4 of an inch. Roanoke at the airport officially just shy of 1/2 an inch of snow, and Danville about 1/4 of an inch. So here's what's happening right now. I'll kind of start you out with the wide view, then we'll zoom in a little bit to a more local view. And what you've got is this line of storms off toward the south, and it's essentially sucking up a lot of the energy and a lot of the moisture with this storm system. So that's where it's really going to focus its effort, its time, and its energy today is going to be in the deep south and toward the Florida Panhandle. For us, our precipitation the rest of the day is going to be mixed, and it's going to be pretty scattered. Now, exception to that, as we stop the tape right there, is going to be areas like Covington, Clifton Forge, Eagle Rock, and heading into areas like Goshen Pass and Lexington. That's where you're seeing more of the steady snow that's accumulating, again, mostly on the grass and in things like that. You also have some bands of snow right around Alta Vista, Gretna, working its way up toward Lynchburg. But again, given the time of day, here, and given the time of year, it would take that falling really, really heavily for it to accumulate on anything more than grass. So I don't anticipate any kind of issues out of that. What you do see, however, is as you go toward Hillsville, Galax, Patrick County, Henry County, parts of Wythe County, is this very fine mist or freezing drizzle or a little bit of sleet. And so that's where things could get a little bit dicey here heading into the rest of the afternoon. So here we are around lunchtime. And again, you see things are pretty scattered as far as the overall amount and coverage of precipitation. And that continues off and on heading into the afternoon. One thing you'll notice here is that in the New River Valley, the higher elevations of the Roanoke Valley, you are looking at maybe some freezing rain and sleet. So you probably get a light ice accumulation, but again, that is going to be pretty scattered. You go farther north and east of that and you get snow or snow mixing in with rain. And again, that is going to be pretty scattered. So the most widespread stuff that we've seen with this system is done. Rest of what we see is going to be relatively hit or miss. So as far as ice accumulation is concerned, you see an additional glaze to maybe 1/10 of an inch in areas in the pink, and you can really see how that rides US 221, otherwise known as the Southern Blue Ridge, right from Galax to Fancy Gap to Floyd County to Bent Mountain, and maybe as far north as Craig County, Peaks of Otter, Catawba, Bradshaw, and Mountain Lake. So that is where we see the additional ice accumulation. As far as additional snow accumulation, it's going to be very light, and it's going to be confined to areas like Covington, Eagle Rock, Lexington, Buena Vista, maybe some of the mountains north of Lynchburg, but that is really about it. Now, looking forward to tonight, we're cold and we're damp, and temperatures are bordering around freezing. So you may still have some slick spots heading into tomorrow morning. I don't necessarily think that's going to be widespread, but with temperatures about 32 to 34, it's a close call. So I could see some school delays heading into tomorrow morning, but I'm not really a superintendent, so that decision doesn't necessarily fall on me. But given the past and the fact that we really haven't used up many of these snow days or winter days, I could see us seeing maybe some delays heading into tomorrow morning. By tomorrow afternoon, we're breezy, we're not as cold, and we'll see a little bit of an increase in sunshine, temperatures in the 40s in the NRV and in the Highlands. As you head toward Roanoke, Lynchburg, and Southside, you're in the low to mid 50s. Let's look ahead to the rest of the week. There are some things you do need to know about, one of which is going to be the wind, especially late tomorrow and heading into Tuesday. As our storm system moves toward New England, it is going to get stronger. The temperature difference between land and water is going to help this to become a little stronger up there, and it's going to help to drag in some pretty gusty wind at times heading into, especially again, late tomorrow and into Tuesday. Wind gusts probably on the order of 30 to 40 miles per hour by then, at which point you get some snow showers on our west-facing slopes. You may have a few flurries or snow showers periodically try and get over the West Virginia border between tomorrow and Tuesday. But the main thing here is going to be the cold, right? So this winter, again, like we were talking about, this winter's been a snooze fest outside of Christmas when it was really, really cold. It's been one of the warmer winters on record. So now you've got fruit trees blooming. You get all these pinks and reds in the trees and everything. And now you've got these cold snaps. So that by especially Wednesday and Thursday mornings, temperatures are likely near or well below freezing. So a hard freeze is expected by Wednesday morning, and that could provide or prove pretty harmful to some of those fruit trees. But then we kind of swing back in the opposite direction. So as we head toward Thursday and Friday during the afternoons, the wind is then going to be out of the west and southwest. And so things will be warmer by then, highs in the 60s, and a few showers moving in late St. Patty's Day and into early this coming Saturday. So that's just kind of to give you a brief synopsis as to what we expect moving forward. But of course, right now, the main thing is the little bit of wintry weather that we have left over. And you can kind of see there on the screen, most of the snow is essentially riding Interstate 64 between Allegheny County and Rockbridge County, also the northern part of Botetourt County toward Eagle Rock, toward Roaring Run. That's probably where we're seeing a decent snow accumulation, most of which is, again, on the grass. But then you go toward Lynchburg, where you're seeing some snowflakes flying around, southward toward Gretna on US 29. Most of that, again, if it's accumulating, it's on the grass, it's on rooftops, it's on car roofs and things like that. But farther to your south and west, parts of Grayson, Wythe, Bland, Pulaski, Carroll, Floyd, Patrick, and Franklin counties probably seeing a little bit of a wintry mix developing, whether that's freezing rain or sleet. So that could add to some slick spots here heading toward the middle of the day and even into the afternoon. I think a lot of the snow that we have seen is going to melt as we go through the afternoon, and temperatures kind of hover around 34 to 36 degrees. And then overnight, we have the chance for a little bit of refreezing, but that's going to be pretty patchy out there heading into first thing tomorrow morning. So that's about all I've got for you guys as far as this live stream is concerned. No matter how you've been viewing, whether that's the 10 News app, Facebook, or YouTube, appreciate you taking some time out of your day this morning. We have ended the cut-ins every hour on the half hour, so I won't be doing one at 11:30. Marshall and Jeff will be in here shortly to track the remainder of this storm system. But in the meantime, have a great rest of your Sunday. I will see you guys with another live Appcast at 8 o'clock on Monday morning. So make sure to tune in for that. And in the meantime, have a great rest of your weekend. We'll see you soon.